everyone, it's Ashley Cunningham here, and I am really excited to be channeling a mystery channeling tonight. I think it's going to be really fun. I haven't done this in a little while, so I'm excited to see who comes through and who we're going to meet. And yeah, I think it's going to be super cool. So for those of you who are new to the group here on Facebook, this is where I'm going live. It's a Facebook group called Channeling with Love. And if you're watching this later on YouTube, if you want to be able to ask live questions, come and join the group Channeling with Love. And then when I go live, you can ask your questions. And I'm seeing people starting to join me now. Hello, hello. Thank you guys so much for popping in. Yeah, Lisa, she's saying she really loves the mystery channeling series. I do too. I think it's so much fun. Because they're, I don't know who's going to come through. I don't really check in beforehand. Sometimes I get a little inkling. Maybe they're preparing me a little bit if there's a really intense energy that comes through. But for the most part, I don't really get any sort of warning as to who's going to come through. And the way we choose, again, if you're new here, is we have a spinner wheel that I'm going to pop up on the screen here in a minute. And we spin the wheel, and whoever gets chosen off that wheel is who we channel. And I typically get to make about 2 to 3 channelings in a series, or in the hour that we have to do the mystery channeling. And so that's really fun. Get to meet different beings. And a lot of the beings that you guys recommend, I've never heard of or never channeled before. So it's always fun, and it's a cool surprise. Yay, so I'm seeing many more people joining. Cool. So I guess if you guys have questions, feel free to post your questions in the comments. And let me get my screen up here so I can share what the options are. So I'm literally just going to hit spin the wheel and it's going to go. If you guys are interested, I like to use this website because you can create your own picker wheels, and they're really, really fun. So if you guys are practicing channeling for yourself, this is a fun way to kind of keep it spicy and to introduce yourself to beings that you're interested in talking with, but maybe haven't been able to channel yet. So definitely try that out, and it's super easy to set up. I love this. It's free. You get to do it. And all of these beings have been chosen by group members. And I will be, since we're getting kind of slim on pickings, I will be actually asking here probably tomorrow. I'll create a poll or have you guys post your recommendations on the group wall, so that way I can get some more fresh beings here to join us. But okay, so without further ado, I'm just going to hit the spin wheel and we'll see how this goes. I love seeing that spin. Okay, this is going to be really fascinating. All right, we're going to hide choice because now that is done. And I'm going to be stop sharing. Okay. This is super cool. I have never really heard of the Lemurian Star Sisters before. So when I saw that recommendation, it was super cool. And I was like, okay, this is going to be really, really awesome to channel. So let me get situated here. If you have any questions for them, please feel free to post comments or post your questions. Immediately, what I'm sensing is I'm sensing a lot of energy on my left-hand side and kind of around my computer screen behind this little webcam that I have here. And they're just kind of wrapping around and looking at me. And I'm getting 3 distinct beings here, Lemurian beings. I feel like there's more though, and I see your question, Lisa. Are these the 7 sisters? One of them is saying, many know of us as the Seven Sisters, but there's only going to be 3 stepping forward today with us, which that's cool. All for that. How they're showing themselves to me are light beings. They're very humanoid, and the one that's really talking to me a lot more than the other 2, she kind of looks like she has really long blonde hair kind of in the front, almost elfish like from Lord of the Rings, but she's got this like really amazing glow to her, and her eyes are like really energetic. I think is the best way to describe it. Really intense, and I want to say they're like a blue, green, white, like they shift color, because I'm seeing them as a few different colors now, and she's just patiently letting me describe her. Her energy is very gentle, yet she's also pretty direct, which I appreciate. She's saying this is a rare opportunity for her and her siblings, her sisters, to step forward and speak to us here upon the earth plane. She is, and the other 2 are just saying thanks to me for bringing them forward. And I'm just saying thank you back for being willing to come down here and connect with us and, yeah, share a message. She's saying that at this time, they are avidly watching, and they're watching and they are participating in some ways in the energy shifts that are happening upon Gaia. They are so fascinated with how us as humans have made decisions in the face of a lot of these energy changes. They learn from us through observation. And they are very grateful for the opportunity to come forward and assist. I'm asking them, how do they assist currently? Okay. She's showing that they predominantly focus on Gaia, supporting Gaia and her energy, and really focusing in on like the inner core of Gaia and the energy and the frequency that's there. And they really do a lot of work with her specifically to continue to rise in frequency, which in turn does actually affect each of us as we are upon her back. And our frequency depends often, well, depends on our own free will choices, she's saying, but we are also affected by Gaia and how grounded or ungrounded we are. These are direct correlations with our choices as well. She and her sisters have interacted with Gaia at many periods of her existence before humans were here, and they will continue to support her after, long after we disappear. She's saying not that that is going to happen anytime soon for us in our concept of time. She's saying many, in our terms of time, it'll be many millions of years when they are still supporting her and still working with her. Okay. So I'm feeling a lot, like an influx of energy right on my heart chakra. And she is just kind of gesturing to all of her sisters, even though there's only 2 of her sisters here with us. She's saying each of them take special pride in working in different areas for Gaia. While they focus on the inner core, much of their work affects the outer crust, like where we are at, in different areas all around the world. She's gesturing like the temples you are aware of, the Ray temples. There are many temple centers around and upon Gaia. You can look at these as like chakra centers. There are many functions in her energy that come out of these areas, like the heart chakras activate for us. Gaia herself also has a heart chakra. She also has other chakras that correlate with what we have. And each of the sisters works in these different areas or for different chakras. That's really cool. I'm asking now, I'm really curious, and then we'll get to the questions here, but I'm really curious, how do you interact with the rest of I guess this neighborhood that we live in, Gaia, and then the rest of the planets and stars and areas around us? She's saying we are all on the same team. We are all connected, and we all support each other. And she's gesturing to the Lemurians that are here upon Earth. She's saying while they are more celestial in nature, they are also supporting the Lemurian race, the group that, there is a group that lives here on Earth. There are Lemurians in other places, she's saying. It's really fascinating. She's saying that the Lemurians here are also custodians of Gaia's energy and help support her and are working tirelessly to connect with the humans more directly than the sisters themselves. There's a lot of energy coming in. If you guys want to practice channeling, definitely this will be a little bit maybe overwhelming if you're just starting out, but I highly encourage you to reach out to them. And I'm asking the sisters, can we speak with each of them in turn, or is this more of a group activity? Do we call all of them in at once? She's saying they often work together. Whew, this is interesting. Okay, so she just popped into my head an image of, I don't know if you guys are familiar with like the fates, the Greek fates, the three sisters who are basically, they can see the past, present, future, and they're the fates. And they have the hairs, and they can cut the cords and all that kind of stuff. She's saying humans upon Earth have often encountered this energy, this concept of a group of women working together to help determine energy. It comes out in many concepts, predominantly the fates. There's other groupings in many other cultures that they're gesturing to, but the fates are really what they're putting an image in my mind of. And they're saying that they often work together, and we as humans have picked up on that energy over time. And they are woven into a lot of our myths and legends in various ways. They show up in a lot of different ways. So they haven't been adverse to working with humans in the past, but they definitely are interested in doing some more of the heavy lifting with Gaia herself at this time. And I'm asking them, can we reach out to you guys? And she's saying, of course. If you are interested in connecting with our frequency, you are more than welcome to call upon us. They are not adverse to working with humans at this time. However, most of their focus has been with Gaia. So if you guys want to speak with them, connect with them, feel free to. Their energy is very beautiful and gentle. And she's just kind of laughing. And I feel like there's like this tinkling sound, like, I don't know, like this little like chiming sound that I keep hearing. as her energy is coming in. It's really fascinating and very soothing. She just seems very gentle. And the other two as well, they also, they're more light beings. I'm not seeing as many features for them, but they are also very supportive, and you can tell that they're very connected to each other. And I'm asking them, have you always worked together? Were you born together? Did you come together to collect energy? And she's saying, we were made together. And she's just crinkling her eyes. And so I see some questions here. Let's take some questions. I want to make sure you guys get questions. Okay. Marnie, do you get along with the other star system ETs? That's a great question. She's saying yes. Yeah, they do. They are, I feel like they're more celestial than like galactic, if that makes sense. Their energy feels more elemental than like maybe a Pleiadian would feel, and even more elemental than a Lemurian would feel. So I don't feel like they're necessarily at the same space or same frequency. But yeah, they're saying, she's just still crinkling her eyes. Yeah, they get along. Okay, I see someone here. I don't see your name. I do apologize, but I'll post your question. You just got a Lemurian crystal today. That's awesome. How can I best use this crystal to help me? Anything specific I need to know about caring for it, recharging it? Thank you. Good question. Excuse me. She's just showing that use this crystal as you would seek guidance from a friend or from a dear one, or even a dear one that has passed, like as you would seek guidance from a spiritual being. You can ask questions of it and just hold it within your hand or have it near your energy and allow that energy to flow through you, and you will get your answers or be shown signs, prompted signs. Your team will also use this crystal as a tool to assist in providing guidance. But there's a lot of power in a Lemurian crystal. There's a lot of energy stored in there. So if you want to work with it, they're saying that this is a good exercise and a good choice for you. Anything specific this person needs to know about caring for it? Treat it as you would your other crystals. So charge it, recharge it when it needs to be recharged. You may want to watch how it interacts with water or moisture. Some crystals I know, maybe not a Lemurian crystal, but I'm asking her, she's saying it's a good idea to just monitor it just to make sure. Some crystals can react negatively when wet, especially just like sitting outside and it gets rained on, it can like dry out a little bit. So definitely think about how to maintain it. And she's saying you can treat it as you would your other crystals. She's also signifying that you do a really good job of paying attention to the energy of your crystals. So there's no need to worry and no need to do anything additionally special to maintain it. But she's just really excited that you have that tool now and you can engage with its energy. And she's just bowing now. She's saying thank you. Marnie is asking, can we call upon them for any specific kind of help? She's saying yes. We would greatly love to assist in your spiritual awakening paths. This is the fastest route for humanity to awaken and acknowledge the tasks at hand in order to move forward and support Gaia in the best way that she needs to be supported. And the energy of awakening and changing in your frequency sends ripples out amongst all of humanity. And she's even signifying amongst animals and plants and the life around you, it will change. So she and her sisters, would like to assist in this path. And they're also saying that they're kind of all saying this at the same time now. They're saying that they would also love to assist in providing grander perspectives on situations that you may find yourself in. So they're willing to come in and channel with you guys or provide guidance as you need it in your life. So they would love to come in and assist. Okay, that's really cool. That's very sweet of them. Okay, Amy is asking, and here's an opportunity for them to chime in on a personal situation. Amy is asking if they have any advice on the house that she's purchasing. Is this the right one? Thank you. Wow. They are saying you have felt the need to select this home because of what has resonated in your heart chakra. They're making me feel like you kind of fell in love with various aspects of the space, and this home is going to be a good fit for you and your family. It will be important for you to assess the energy of the home and to take steps to ensure that the energy flows as you wish it. Saying this is all in your hands. A house provides a blank canvas to create the reality in which you wish to reside. It helps visualize. She's saying, the main one is saying, oh, what's your name? Okay, she's just saying you can call me Sister One. Okay, that's cool. She is saying that essentially a house, it's a blank canvas. It's a space where you can decide the energy and your free will is exerted upon this environment. And in order to move forward, you will need to assess and take action and make changes as you need to. She's saying this would be a good fit for you, a good project for you to assess and take action in establishing your sanctuary. Because your home is your sanctuary. So I think Amy, that's a positive on that one, and congratulations. That's so exciting to buy a house, and that's a really big project, and that's really, really awesome. I'm super excited for you. Congrats. Marnie is asking, is Mount Shasta one of the temples they watch over? Yes, she said. She Sister One said very quickly, yes. Mount Shasta is a very special place. There's a lot of Lemurian energy there. And if you guys don't know where Mount Shasta is, it's in Northern California on the west coast of the US. And it's a beautiful, beautiful place. Mount Shasta is just so unique. It's an amazing place. So if you wish to go there and feel the energy there, they really would love to work with you when you're there and to assist you when you're in that area. But yes, Mount Shasta is a temple that they watch over. It is a very powerful energy center, and it's just super beautiful and amazing. And I don't live too far away from Mount Shasta. It'd be kind of a long car ride, but I could get there in a day. So it's pretty awesome that I get to be so close, even though I haven't made it down there in a long time. It's really, really worth the trip. I totally recommend if anyone's thinking about going, and if it's safe for you to go with everything going on, definitely think about it. Timothy's saying he's going to be at Mount Shasta for the summer solstice. Oh my gosh, I'm totally jealous. That's awesome. Okay, I think we're going to take one final question here for the sisters, and then I want to try and call in another person or being to see here so that we can get some more energy coming in. Lisa is asking, any time frame you can give us when the Lemurians living under Mount Shasta are going to be showing themselves to us in our lifetime? They're kind of chuckling a little bit, Lisa. She's saying that they understand your meaning. However, they are already presenting themselves to the people who are ready to receive them. If you're channeling, you can ask Lemurians to come in and you can experience their energy. And depending on how open you are, you may see them visually with your eyes or with your third eye, in your mind's eye. But they're saying this is the current path that the Lemurians will be taking as they interact with humans. There may be some opportunities in our lifetime. So I'm asking them what they think that is, more like in the next 70 years, 70, 80 years. A lot of us would be really old by then. But she's saying that in the years ahead, there are many opportunities for humanity to make decisions at a kind of more collective consciousness level to be prepared to encounter them. There's going to be a lot of work that needs to be done, but there are already beings that are coming forward, and we're already seeing them. It's just not maybe framed in the way that we expect. There is, she's saying, our governments are very aware of beings that are around us and galactic beings that are coming to us. And they have been interacting with those beings for a long time. Whether or not they're going to make that public officially, and I'm in particular, I live in the US, so in particular, I'm thinking about the US, whether or not they actually come forward and share that information publicly. Who knows? Honestly, I feel like at this point, with everything that we've gone through in the last year, like there's a lot of really big articles that have come out about disclosure and about, you know, what do they call them? Unidentified aerial phenomenon, UAPs, instead of UFOs. That's the new lingo. And they've come out and confirmed that there's video footage, that there are multiple experiences that people have had that they have confirmed are UAPs. And it's just really fascinating that people haven't really been riled up about it. So maybe they will move forward in being more transparent in that field or that area in our lifetimes. But the sisters are just signifying that if you wish to have an experience, if you wish to encounter the sisters themselves, or the Lemurians, or maybe you're one of your starseed family members, or a starseed group that you're really resonating with, like the Orions or the Pleiadians, they are all open to joining us and coming in and saying hi and getting to know us more and showing themselves to us in various ways. So it's all in our choice, our free will choice. And I had a conversation with someone about free will choice being in our hands, in our spirit fingers. We get to make the choice to move forward. So it's super, super exciting that we have that power and we have that control on who we are open to interacting with. And so I'm asking them now, is there any final message that they would like to share? Anything that they would like to impart with us? She's just saying, being in the moment and holding joy within your heart and being in the greatest alignment that you can be at any given time is something worthy of striving for. And as we are all open to connecting, they can assist, as well as the rest of our spiritual teams can assist in helping us achieve that goal. She and the sisters, she's gesturing to all of them, see humans as a very fascinating collective where we are getting a chance to really stretch our legs and experience that free will exertion into our reality and manifest that energy. And she just fascinated, and they love watching us, and they love interacting with us. And they really love Gaia very, very much. I'm getting a ton of love energy in my heart chakra, sensing that they see her as a sister as well, and they hold her very dear. And so they are just really happy to be here. And again, if you wish to connect with them, please feel free to call upon them and interact with their energy. Maybe ask if Sister One can step forward just on her own if you're maybe a little newer to channeling, because it can be kind of intense. But if you want to invite all of them in, they may assess. They only brought 3 of the sisters in tonight, so I'm just thanking them for not overwhelming me and making me cry, because I totally would cry. As you guys know, if you've seen any of my videos, I can cry like that. So they're just kind of chuckling, and they are giving me a lot of love energy, and they are just saying, thank you so much for this opportunity. And yeah, that they're beautiful. They're stepping back now. I'm saying thank you to them. Marnie's asking, where's the other 4? They did not join us because they wanted to make sure I was not overwhelmed, Marnie, in their energy. So it was just 3 of them that stepped forward at this time, which I'm totally okay with, because it was a lot of energy that came through. So they are wherever they hang out, wherever they are in the outer space, or in whatever dimension they like to hang out in. They're not really hanging out anymore here, so I'm not going to worry too much about the logistics of that, but they weren't here or present. And sorry, I totally moved my computer screen. Okay, so you guys, this is awesome. That was a lot of energy. Thank you for recommending that group, because they are so great. And I would have never thought to channel them before. So this was really, really fun. All right, so now that we have channeled them, I'm going to call upon whoever's going to come through this next spin, and we will get to channeling. Whew. I'm still having to like take deep breaths from that energy. Is a lot. Oh, Chief White Eagle. Oh my gosh. Okay, I've never channeled him before either. This is like a first tonight. A night of firsts. This is awesome. If you guys have channeled him before, or if you resonate with him, definitely put in the comments if you really enjoy speaking with him. Feel free to also share specific comments or questions for him, and we will start channeling. I am just sensing his energies coming in. It's kind of pooling behind me. And if you guys are practicing channeling right now, feel free to call him in as well to come and join you. He's full of love, and he feels like oh, this is so sweet. I feel like my great grandpa is standing with him too. That's really sweet. And I'm really happy to feel him. And he feels kind of like definitely an elder, very wise, and very caring and loving, and super healing. Like, I just feel like he's his presence is very calming and beautiful. He's saying, hello, everyone. Thank you for this opportunity to allow me to step forward at this time. He's coming in pretty fast. That's great. He has been looking forward to this opportunity in order to share a quick message of love and support for all of you on your path. Without you, light workers, without you who are ascending, the transition upon Gaia would not have, he's saying transpired, but he's also showing like sped up. Like it would have happened, but maybe not for a while. I'm asking him, he's saying, yes, that's correct. He's also saying that it is divine timing that this is taking place. And he's just honoring each and every one of you for honoring your own love and light soul being that you are, honoring who you are, and embracing this experience of bringing forward your spiritual calling to be in balance with the rest of your life, with your physical surroundings, and be in a society in which isn't always necessarily hasn't always necessarily made space for the spiritual. Whew, he's coming in pretty quick. This is great. I love it. He's just kind of chuckling, and he's saying, as you awaken, you notice the shifts that are taking place amongst the larger collective consciousness. Cries to support Gaia in all of her beauty are growing louder. They are affecting each of us humans within our daily experience, and they will only increase as we face the challenges that we have put before us as a collective consciousness. And we will have to make changes as we recognize the direct correlation between our actions and the environment in which we will find ourselves. Saying we already experience this throughout the world. There is no area upon Gaia that has not been affected by our decisions that have been made over hundreds of years. But we can still make decisions. There is not lost hope. There is no lost hope. There is still time to move forward in the direction of co-creating, of living in co-creation with Gaia herself. And we must fashion anew our vision for our own life experience in this co-creation energy. And as light workers, as we are open to spiritual work or spiritual energy, he's saying, energy, it is easier. It will be easier for us to make these transitions and decisions as we move forward, and we will be showing others the way. And as we move forward upon our paths, each of our paths will look different, but we will all be the same in that we will be using our inner guidance, our soul compass, our heart chakra, and the energy from our teams and spirit itself to be guided upon the path. We are all the same in that we will be following this as we move forward. This is not a wish. This is a simple fact that is transpiring and will continue to transpire as the energy shifts upon Gaia. He's very excited to bring forth more energy into this effort, this endeavor to help change that kind of collective consciousness. And he's showing that broader perspective of our society, whatever area of the world we live in. There is much work that is being done, and there's just more energy that's pouring into us as a physical vessel, as well as into our society as a whole, into our collective consciousness. And he's highlighting, he's showing me a picture of all of us who are awakening, and there's millions of us upon the planet who are awakening, and we're these little streams, these pinpoints of golden light as we're looking at Earth out from space. And he's saying that pretty soon there will be many, many more light workers pulling down light, and Earth is just kind of like glowing, and there's just so much light there, and it's just so beautiful. And he's just really, like, he's making me feel really, really excited for this time to take place. He's saying we are not there yet, but we are well on our way. And when more people awaken, the collective consciousness will follow suit and make way for the changes that need to take place. While changes can be rough, he's showing chaos, frustrations, people holding on to past programming. As we see these changes, as we see these experiences, this chaos, this energy roaming through our lives, we get the opportunity to remain steady, using and relying upon our inner compass, our inner light, and working with our spiritual team to maintain our frequency. We will not be dragged into the chaos as we maintain our frequency and keep it steady way up here. So the higher your frequency, the more likely you will be able to ride the waves of change and energy instead of being severely affected. He's providing a caveat. There are many who have preordained or pre-planned experiences within their life contract that do coincide with some of these chaotic flurries of energy. And this is for very specific reasons per each person's individual soul mission in their goals for this life experience. So you can't discount all of the experiences that you may or may not have as we move forward. But he's saying that everything is happening in divine timing, and not to worry. Do not burden yourself with larger stones than you can carry. And he's showing like a person hunched over and having these big boulders, like many of them, upon their back and trying to walk and trying to move forward, and it's impossible. And he's saying this is all within our mind, holding this energy within us, and these worries, these fears within us. And he just asks that we question, is this worry, if we just visualize maybe one item that we're worried about or think about all the time. It's really hard to get away from some of the topics from in the news and things that we see in the world. But if we look at this one item and one at a time, it's the easiest to process. How can you release it? Is it a part of your experience that you need to cling to? And you get to choose how you process this energy. But he will assist in helping you to see the balance between your choices. And he is asking that if you need healing, if you need transmuting of fears, worries, those large boulders upon your back, within your mind, please call on him to help with this process. This is what he is interested in assisting us with at this time, as well as bringing in healing energy if you need it. You can ask him to bring in this energy if you so choose. And he's just saying that he loves all of us dearly. He is very happy to see that we have stepped forward in our own expressions. And he's making me feel like expressions are like in our own paths, in our own character, in our own way. And he thoroughly enjoys seeing the diversity amongst us and the interest and inspiration and the joy that we receive or we experience when we work with spirit in whatever facet we are called to assist upon or assist with. So healing, channeling, working with Gaia directly, art, any sort of musical creation, anything that helps raise a frequency, raise someone's soul frequency up is worthwhile and precious and important. And he's saying on the flip side from Chief White Eagle, he's saying like on the other side of this, he's showing me a coin flipping over. He's saying that the harder experiences, the low vibrational energy, it provides an opportunity for growth, and it is also valuable and has its place. But as we move forward, continuing to bring forward our soul energy and shine our light is of the utmost importance. Whew. Wow, he came through really, really well, and I so appreciate him. I've never channeled him before, ever, and he is amazing. Whew. Okay, people are really loving his energy. This is so beautiful. Timothy is asking a great question. How can we assist with healing our ancestors' wounds? He's bringing in a lot of love for you, Timothy, at this time. And he's just saying, thank you, brother, for this awesome question. Or he's making me feel like it's awesome and amazing, but he's saying more like this really important question. He's signifying that if you have a desire to assist with your ancestors, all you need to do is call upon them and provide, send them love and light. And you can also ask your angelic team to provide the healing necessary for your ancestors to be released from their wounds, from their experiences that are maybe weighing them down in their energy, or are troubling to them in their life experience that they've had. We only have this moment, so they're also living their life at this time, which is, it always blows my mind that we are everywhere and in one place all at the same time, and in time. It's all this one moment. And he's just saying that this is all that you need to do. There's no additional efforts to put in place. Expressing your love for your ancestors and sending that love up through the family tree, or he's kind of saying more like family bond, will be a great healing exercise, and will also allow you to throw off the wounds, traumas, and troubles, the burdens that we can inherit from our ancestors. What's fascinating is it's been proven scientifically that we can actually inherit traumas from our elders, from our ancestors in our family. And this is something that we can address as we move forward in our own spiritual path. And it's all energy. So not to think of it as like this, he's highlighting like it is an important task to take place, and you can ask for this to be done. But it doesn't take any additional effort than you focusing in on your own energy and frequency and bringing forward your love and light. He wants this to be recognized as something that everyone can do. It is definitely an accessible exercise in the way we can direct energy. And he's encouraging all of us to do this. And oh, he's being really sweet. He's highlighting, I always ask for this to be done when I do angelic Reiki, whether I'm doing angelic Reiki in a group setting or a one-on-one setting. I always ask for everyone's family and their ancestors to be healed of any wounds, traumas, anything that needs to be healed. So I always ask for that. So you can do that whenever you're doing. If any of you are doing healings, you can also ask for that to take place as well. This is a great question. Sorry I don't see your name, but I really love this question. So this person has experienced a very intense energy exchange from their starseed family or star guide, and they've asked them to step back, but it was such a high frequency that they were shaking and had the worst, just had bad feelings, essentially, like in your physical vessel. It seems like you just were shaken up a little bit. What can we do so we don't have that intense energy lingering longer or lingering around afterward? This is a great question. And Chief White Eagle is calling in Archangel Michael to step forward. He's saying, brother, please join us. And Archangel Michael is stepping forward, and he's on my right over here. And he's just saying that, oh, it's Mina. I hope that this question was for you, Mina. I just saw your comment there. He's saying that Archangel Michael can assist in reinforcing your boundaries. When you ask for an energetic being such as a starseed family member whose frequency may be very intense, it is important to clearly state, step back, this is a little too much, take a break, or only come in so far, however you wish to phrase it. But Archangel Michael can very much help reinforce those boundaries as well. And so I know, Mina, you've worked with Archangel Michael before, so have him just be right there with you. You can ask him to live in your home, or you can ask him to reinforce your boundaries. And once you have had that statement made, you've asked that being to step back, you can disengage, or you can go and ground yourself. Grounding helps remove and helps get a lot of that excess energy out, so your body isn't as reactive to that being as it was in that moment. I've definitely had experiences where, especially with the fairies, I kind of get like really intensely giggly, and it's just a lot of energy around me, that I have to go outside and ground, because I have so much energy around me, because I've just absorbed all of that frequency, which it's great. I love doing that, but sometimes it's a little too much, and I have to ground to come back to a more comfortable level within my vessel. So grounding is the ultimate way to help get that alleviation from that energy. And then I would ask, as I move forward, if you want to continue channeling that being. This is just from me. I would ask that that being only come in at like 15-20% max, and you can give them a percentage. And then if you need to up it a little bit so you can hear them better or connect with them better, you can ask them to dial it up just a little bit and ease into it, so that way your physical vessel doesn't get so overwhelmed. I've had to do that with several beings as well, and it's important to know how much energy you can take and how much you can't. Spiritual beings, especially galactic beings, they don't really have the awareness of how much is too much sometimes, especially if it's more of a being that isn't as easy to kind of correlate with the human experience. Pleiadians are pretty well aware, but other beings such as the tall whites, they have a lot of energy that can come straight in, and it feels like you get hit by a truck. It's so intense. So sometimes you just have to remind them to step back and set that as a boundary moving forward when you connect with them. Yeah. Oh, she's even saying the tall whites keep coming sometimes, and it's too much. Yeah, Mina, totally, that's so funny. The tall whites are the group that are, I think, some of the more intense galactic beings for sure. So definitely set those boundaries. Archangel Michael can step in, do the grounding, but practice having them dial their energy back as they step forward. If they're not gonna do that automatically, you have to tell them, okay, that's too much, dial it back, and give them that chance. And yeah, it's so fascinating when you have to kind of finesse it a little bit. It may take some time to get to that comfortable place with them, especially with your team. You have several tall whites, and that's a lot of energy. So I feel for you. Let me know if you have more questions on that. We can try and troubleshoot with that specifically one-on-one if you need that assistance. But it's definitely something that as you channel and as you get more practice, you got to kind of figure it out, because it's totally sometimes a guessing game with certain frequencies. Okay. Oh, hey, Kelly. I'm so glad you joined us. That's awesome. Oh, I think this is one of my aunts. Hi. I have a few of my aunts in my group. Okay, let's see here. I'm just looking for more questions here for Chief White Eagle. Okay, so I'm not seeing any more questions for Chief White Eagle. I'm just going to say thank you so much to him for joining. And I'm definitely going to channel him more because he feels so cool, and he's just got some great, great advice and comments. And I'm looking forward to bringing him into my healing sessions. I didn't really know he was more of a healer. And I love that fact. So I'm going to definitely be working with him in my Angelic Reiki practice, and it's going to be awesome. So with that, guys, thank you so much for hanging out and joining me here in Channeling with Love. I had a really great time. I love being able to channel beings that I've never channeled before, and I so appreciate you guys giving recommendations. If you want to provide more recommendations for the spinner wheel that I'll be using in future mystery channelings, I will be posting up a post tomorrow on the group wall, so definitely look out for that. And feel free to throw out any sort of recommendations that you're really interested in. And yeah, we'll go from there. And I think it's going to be really fun. And yeah. Okay, I'm just seeing here, quick question. A few people have asked, is he working with our President Biden, Chief White Eagle? He's saying very quickly, the president as a role has always had a large team supporting him or her. He's keeping it general. But he's saying, in particular, this current president has had assistance, and there have been guiding energies that have helped assist the people around him, provide recommendations that are going to get us more in line with supporting Gaia in a positive way. So he is not denying it. He's not really coming out and saying, yes, it's him solely, but he's saying that there's a lot of support for our president in guiding the people around him and the energy that's around him. And they're saying that this is not solely just for him as a person, but as the leader of the United States, where a lot of this awakening is taking place. There has been a lot of assistance around that position in the past as well. So pretty fascinating. Okay, this is great. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate all your questions, and I hope you have a great rest of your evening. And yeah, thank you guys. And I love all the questions and all the energy here. And have a good one. Talk to you guys later. Bye now.